come in. Well, good evening. This will be also recorded, and we will have it on YouTube within a couple of days, and we will start sending the links out into community, so you can share it at any time. Welcome everyone. Welcome to this blessed day, this blessed event, where four wonderful, powerful ladies, including myself, have gathered together to share how we do, each one of us from different paths, the winter solstice celebration, ritual, blessings, prayer. And today we are here to join together because we are all made of love and we are all one. And we are all here to celebrate each other, as well as you, as well as anyone here on this earth and wherever they may be. We're here to gather together to honor the ancestors, honor ourselves, honor our past, honor our future, honor wherever we have been at and wherever we are going to. I'd like to welcome Sheila, Shanae, and Mariana. And they're going to introduce themselves a little more. They're going to each speak. So Sheila, if you want to be the first one.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Sheila Seppi. I'm the founder of the W.I.S.H Alliance, and W.I.S.H stands for Walk-ins, Indigos, Starseeds, and Hybrids. However, we work with everyone. We are a dimensional, multi-dimensional organization that is really working to expand spiritual consciousness, to expand consciousness in general, because we're all multidimensional beings here having an earth walk. And so if you visit our site, wishalliance.org, you can see all of the various events that we promote and offer. You can see all of the wonderful, what we call the ambassadors, who are individuals who provide a variety of services that are really a benefit to people who are on a spiritual path, people who might be interested in having some type of a DNA upgrade, whatever it is that you're looking for. We have service providers on the W.I.S.H Alliance just waiting for you. So again, that's wishalliance.org. But tonight, did you want me to go ahead and start, Glenda, or just tell a little bit about myself? Do you want me to?
Tell a little bit about yourself, and then I'll do our introduction.
Okay, so great. So that's kind of me. You can get a hold of me at wishalliance.org, or you can visit my personal website at sheilaseppi.com, and I will be more than happy to talk to you. So thank you so much. And thank you, Glenda, for this invitation. It's a real honor to be here tonight to help welcome in the winter solstice.
Thank you for accepting, and it's an honor to work with all you ladies. Shanae.
Thank you, Glenda, taking the baton from Sheila. Thanks, Sheila, for introducing yourself also, because I'm still getting to know you. So that was informational for me as well. And Glenda, first and foremost, thank you for inviting me to be here tonight. It's so important to celebrate these sort of changing of the tides energetically. And so it's wonderful to be able to come together and share energy while we are working on energy at an energetic time. So thank you for that. So how can I introduce myself? I'm not used to introducing myself yet. I have done it a few times, but it keeps changing and evolving because I keep learning and experiencing new things. So my understanding of myself and my spiritual path kind of keeps changing, and some words I've removed and replaced with something else, and some words are new, and I've only recently included them after they feel right, after I kind of sit with that word for a while, make sure it really does fit me, because you want to make sure, of course, that you're representing yourself as authentically as you can in this life, right? We all want to do that. So I would say that I am an experiencer first. And usually in ufology, when you say that, it means that you have specifically had extraterrestrial contact. That is true. I have had extraterrestrial contact, quite a bit of it, and it continues to grow exponentially and become more frequent, more fascinating, more amazing. It's just happening more and more and more. And the validation is quite incredible as well. It's just undeniable when you get validation, especially if it's physical proof, which we need in the 3D, right? We're very attached to seeing and feeling stuff, and that means it's real. But that's not always true, is it, right? We know there's a lot of energetic mystery in the universe. And so coming together for solstice is part of that. So I'm an experiencer, I'm a psychic, I'm an intuitive. Apparently I'm supposed to be a medium. I'm starting to work on that, but that's a definitive and clear message. So we shall see where that goes. I'm also an energy worker, energy healer, specifically with my hands, and massage therapy or Reiki. I was given a totally accidental Reiki introduction or Reiki initiation in France a few years ago. Never asked for it. It was just given to me by a Reiki master in France. So that was kind of cool. I'm also apparently kind of witchy as well. I believe in natural magic, using nature, really having an awareness of our interconnectedness with nature and all the messages and wisdom we can receive just from listening to nature, which does not always require our ears, right? There are so many different ways of listening. So we all know about things such as forest bathing, and maybe some of you have read about how our cellular structure can be regenerated faster. We spend time in nature. Nature has a really remarkable relationship with us and with all the power that we have available to us in this world. So on that note, I'm going to bring it back to Glenda, because I like ending on the nature note. Solstice is very connected to nature. It's very connected to the rhythms of nature, the energy of nature, our own nature, the nature of the universe. I love that interconnected part of it. So on that note, I'm going to turn it back to you, Glenda. Thank you for giving me that opportunity to say hello.
Thank you, Shanae. And now we're going to turn the baton to Mariana.
Well, thank you, ladies, for that wonderful baton. When we do that, it's truly, first and foremost, I want to say that it's an honor to be among such amazing, powerful women that are here tonight. It's really a blessing. And for me, the winter solstice represents a new beginning into leading up to the new year, but also it is my spiritual rebirth day. And it's also an ending of old chapters, and especially of this year. So for me, this is such an honor to be able to celebrate that tonight. And I am so blessed and so happy. And I just want to spread love throughout the whole world, and just to be able to use this event as a platform to give love and receive love, and to just give the gift of healing for everyone that's here today and everyone watching us on the virtual world as well. And I'm actually an energy healer. I'm an intuitive. I'm a trance medium, known mostly in most circles around the world as a channel for Mary Magdalene, but other ascended masters as well, and the Galactic Federation of Light and our galactic brothers and sisters. So it's really quite an extraordinary event, and I'm so happy to be here, and I look forward to us doing this. So thank you so much for giving me that. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great. And now, my name is Glenda Dawson. I have been a medium since birth. I have spoken to the other side since birth. I have the ability of healing. I do Reiki. I'm a grandmaster in Usui in 20th level. I do various different types of Reiki where I am a grandmaster as well. I basically have a team of archangels and divine entities I work with constantly. I have had contact with our galactic family, and once or twice they have healed me, which is something very special. I have had the privilege of remembering most of my encounters with them. I have been blessed to be able to see them when their ships or their spaceships are around. And I've also been able to tell when they're around energetically. So I have had um, a very blessed life. My parents really never shut my gifts down, and I was able to just continue to empower myself to this day. And I am a teacher. I am part of the Wish Alliance. I am part of uh, Being Beyond Human. And I also have my own website and center, glendasmagicalcreations.com. And all of our information will appear in the chat room at some point during this event. With that being said, I welcome everyone. And we gather today to celebrate community, to honor those who contribute selflessly, those who contribute what they have to those who have nothing, those who speak out for those who have no voice, those who give to others without taking for themselves. Each of you have contributed something to this community today, just by your willingness to share your energy, your willingness to be here. Whether it has been monetary donation, whether it's been a packaged good, whether it's been simply your time that you have given to others throughout the year or years, we thank you. We honor you for what you have given, and we celebrate these beautiful donations. And we offer those donations to the spirits, to our guides, to the divine. And we ask the divine to bless them before they move on. We call upon the elements now to honor the many aspects of our community today. I honor the North. May you receive these blessings for today. I honor you and wish you luck. And all the blessings we ask that you receive our donations throughout the day, throughout the year, throughout the week, throughout the night, throughout the day, whether it's here on earth or anywhere in the universe. We honor you, South. May you take these donations and give us blessings. Again, may your blessings be for all of us, whether we donated our time or our money or just our energy. To the east, we provide these blessings for you today. In return, bless us for all of our donations of our time, of our spirit, of our energies. Thank you. To the west, we honor you as well. And we request that you accept all of our donations, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's spirit or energy. To the Lady Divine, who gives us the powers to empower ourselves and to see the feminine side in everything we do, to see the softer and to have compassion. To the male divine, who shows us how to do things, who allows us to be who we are, to combine our feminine and our masculine as one. And as we call in the four corners, we ask that you take a minute to close your eyes and just allow those energies to surround you, to bless you, to guide you, to give you health, and to give you joy throughout the time. Thank you. Mariana?
Namaste. Thank you, Glenda, so much. That was so beautiful, so powerful for all of us. We pray that your prayers and that your calling to all the four directions brings forward innumerable love to every part of Earth tonight. We truly do. God bless you for that. Thank you. And now I would like to lead all of us into a small meditation, but let's start with our breath. So let's close our eyes. Let's sit back. Let's just keep our back straight, our shoulders straight, and just close our eyes just for a moment. Let's lead ourselves into a nice meditation. Take a beautiful, slow, deepening breath in from your navel. And take a beautiful exhale out. Take another deep breath in from your navel. And a beautiful exhale out. Connect to your divine breath. Connect to your soul, into that inner divine part of you in every fiber of your being. Take another deep, deep, deep breath in slowly and hold. And a deep breath out. And another deep breath in. And breathe right back into your stomach. Fire up that beautiful dragon breath within you. And then another deep breath in. And hold. And deeply breathe out. And take one more deep breath in. And exhale out loud. And just one more deep breath in. And hold. And exhale out loud. Put your hands on your legs, or you could rest your hands in mummy position on your chest, whatever feels comfortable. And just think before we go into this meditation, the one thing you wish to let go of from this year as you close this chapter, what you wish mostly to release as you go and embrace a brand new day and a brand new moment. Keep your eyes closed and follow the sound of my voice. Take another deep breath in as you think of that one thing you wish to let go of, or more. And breathe out slowly. And another deep breath in. And breathe out slowly. Letting go of any tension or stress, any discord from every part of your body. And another deep, deep, deep breath in. And a slow, deep breath out. And let's take a small journey. You are no longer in this plane of the universe. You are no longer in your houses or wherever you are. You are in a completely different sphere and field of the universe. We are together as one heart, one mind, one tribe. And let's see us walking on a beautiful sandy beach. As we walk on this beautiful sandy beach, we feel its vibration. We feel the horizon, the beautiful glow of the sun emanating onto our faces, stretching deeply with that plasma and polarena sea energy from the great galactic central sun as it penetrates deeply into our bones. Let's feel the wind, that beautiful, invincible feeling of that wind. You just know it's there, and it's so beautiful, it's so powerful. It's such amazing energy that brightens you up. And feel the beautiful smell of the salty sea air. See those waves crashing up against the shore. And you feel this beautiful moment of silence and stillness, this impeccable imprint of time, where truly time does not exist. And it is only your soul and your divinity and your divine feminine and your divine masculine that comes together in this beautiful set of harmonics. And it's all of us together standing on this beautiful beach, embraced by the beautiful glow of the sun, by the beautiful crystal clear blue sky and waters. And let's feel this amazing, beautiful embrace from Mother Gaia, from nature, from Mother Divine, from Father Divine, from Divine Sophia, from all of our angels, from all of our ancestors as they cradle us with so much love and light. Let's feel our beautiful energy connecting together with the Ascended Masters and Yeshua and Mother Mary, Divine Sophia and Mary Magdalene, and every single Ascended Master and all of the angels and the Elohim and the Seraphim and the Oraphim. Let's feel the energy of the connection between our galactic brothers and sisters coming together as one, as we are coming together to this beautiful ocean. Feel that beautiful sense of peace and stillness within the beautiful waters of your own heart. And open your heart and soul to the cradle of Mother Gaia's womb, and to the cradle of Mother Mary and her love and Isis and all of our beautiful angels and archangels. Feel the connection of Mother Divine as she cradles you within her love, and Father Divine. Feel the love around us all together as one on this beautiful, auspicious night, as we gather together in beauty and essence of peace, as we celebrate the winter solstice, a new beginning, a new coming of age, as we end 2021 and walk into 2022. And say within yourself, I am together with my mind and my heart within the beautiful, effervescent, supreme peace of my own soul, within the supreme peace of Mother Divine and Father Divine and all that is holy within me, that divine inner spark that lights up the sky, that lights up the room as I walk in, that lights up everyone I come in contact with. Feel the stillness within your own ocean. Feel that beauty, feel that peace. Connect to that immortal, eternal love that fills your heart, that makes you fulfilled, that takes away all your tears, that gives you joy and harmony and unity within each breath that you breathe. Breathe in that beautiful horizon. Breathe in the energy of the sun. Let's do that together. Take a nice deep breath as you breathe in the sun to all of your loins and breathe out. Breathe in the beautiful, beautiful waves. Feel the sand in your toes. Feel the beautiful glow of the sun emanating on your skin. Feel that beauty within as it stems out. Connect to the light and connect to love. That love that so impeccably shines within you for eons. There's no beginning and there's no end. It's the Alpha and the Omega. Feel that in and breathe that in again, dear ones. Breathe it in deeply and hold your breath. Feel that Shekhinah presence within you, emanating around you. Feel it deep down into your core, into your navel. Breathe it in and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And feel that beautiful ocean and mist and wind. And just stay there for just a moment. Stay within that peace. See if you have a message come up. See if a word comes to mind. See if you feel a feeling, a specific feeling in your heart. Stay within that and take another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. And I'll slowly start circling back to your present state. Start slowly feeling yourself sitting in your chair or reclining, wherever you are. And slowly come back to yourself, taking away that beautiful feeling of peace and immortal love. And slowly begin to open your eyes on a count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. And we slowly begin to wake up.
Thank you, Mariana. That was beautiful. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste. Blessed to be everyone. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Now we're all so nice and calm. And it's such a wonderful, wonderful day to feel all these beautiful energies. All these energies coming together and joining and sending it out to the world. Just letting that energy flow out to the earth, the universe, stars, planets. Thank you. Shanae.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You look like you're going to say something and I keep not wanting to interrupt you. Okay. Hi, everybody. So what I'm going to talk about after we've all just gotten all floppy and noodly, let's just take a nap, actually. Let's just hang up and take a nap. No, I'm kidding. So now that we're all relaxed, I'm going to give you some information and retain what you can. I find it harder to retain things when I get into a meditative state of mind because it's so not left brain. But there's some really interesting information about solstice, about the beginning of it, you know, how it originated, how it has been exemplified in different cultures around the world. Don't worry, this is not going to be a heavy duty academic lecture, but there's just some really cool information about solstice that resonated with me. And I think many people here will relate to. You know, we all have different backgrounds and different ancestral lines. And I think it's a fair bet that no matter where we are from in the world, our country, our home country, or country of ancestry would have celebrated solstice in some way. In fact, there are some cultures that have, or traditionally would go by the calendar of the moon. But solstice is important enough that even those cultures would celebrate the cycles of the sun. So this was a really kind of global celebration, you know, and it would have different meanings here or there, but it's all pretty interconnected. So I'm just going to pull up my nifty little digital notepad here. So first of all, the word solstice, this is probably obvious, comes from the Latin word sol, meaning sun. Most people know that, but the rest of the word actually means to stand still. So solstice technically means when the sun is standing still. So even though it doesn't actually remain completely fixed in place, the idea was that for this moment, it would sort of remain in place for a significant, even fraction of a second of time, and that staying in place is partially what generated the power of the energy of solstice. So humans have observed solstice since a very, very long time ago. I was actually surprised myself to learn how early on it was. It started during the last part of the Stone Age, so during the Neolithic period, and as early as 10,200 BC. And I thought maybe maximum 5,000 years. Nope, 10,200 BC. And the oldest reference to solstice is actually from Mesopotamia. They had a festival that was about basically fending off the gods of chaos. They didn't want any chaos or problems in their lives. And that was usually having to do with, how did they phrase it? Well, basically agriculture. You know, agriculture was the heart of everything. And that was what was the crux of survival for the Mesopotamian Empire. And they made they had massive success with agriculture. So it was basically about fending off any, you know, unruly weather gods or gods that would come out of the earth to try to cause chaos with crops and things like that. So they held a 12-day festival to try to appease this god. There was unfortunately some animal sacrifice, but, you know, these things do happen. And partially as evidence of the root being in Mesopotamia, there are megalithic structures all over the world, Indonesia, the Americas, Asia, the Middle East, that have some, I believe, vague references or some references that can be sort of traced back to symbology that's in Mesopotamia. So that's pretty cool. And then I also want to focus on, rather than a whole bunch of historical facts, although that can be fascinating, the meaning of solstice is really what we're here for, right? We're here to sort of feel what this is, why this is significant, and how we can utilize this energy in this time in our own lives. So let's talk about paganism, because pagans are very, very rooted to earth spirituality, you know, earth religion, and there are forms of essentially paganism, if I can use that word loosely, all over the world. You know, some people might even say that our First Nations people formed had paganistic rites in some way or another. That's not quite the word I would use for it, but essentially that it's a sort of earth-based organic methodology. So in paganism, winter solstice was that night that the great mother goddess, the moon being a feminine energy, would give birth to the new sun. And so this was the start of a new powerful cycle of sun, light, and all the metaphorical meaning that light has. And it's also called Yule. Many people probably already know this. For the pagans, it was called Yule. And there was this concept of bringing home a log, the Yule log, and lighting that log as a way of not only welcoming light, but also protection from darkness, from everything that darkness would mean to them. Evil, bad omens, demons, whatever it was they believed in, to just fend off dark forces or negative forces that could impede upon their lives. So they would try to bring in light, not only literally, but metaphorically as well. And there was a lot of music and a lot of dancing and frivolity and a whole lot of getting drunk. That seems to have been a very, very big part of the Solstice Festival and still is to this day. But, it's just about joy, right? It's about joy and celebration, and libations have traditionally been a part of that, which is understandable. But, back then it was just about joy, partying, celebrating, festivities, music, storytelling, dancing, a lot of dancing. And it wasn't purely for enjoyment either. It was also because they believed in this giving of energy to the mother goddess through their celebrations. So there were still these energetic components that might not have been directly referred to, but pagans kind of instinctively integrated energetic meaning into their work and into their belief systems. So in Roman times, people have probably also heard of this. It was called Saturnalia, right? You might have heard jokes about Saturnalia, but it actually was a thing in Roman times. And it was to appease the god Saturn, who was affiliated with agriculture. So again, the agriculture, people got to eat. And so they wanted to make sure that the crops would be healthy and that their animals would be healthy and that they would be able to benefit from that and flourish and so on. So also, they would worship a god of light, like specifically a god of light. Saturn was about agriculture and the sun, but there was a god that was specifically about any form of light. His name was Mithras, and he was a sun god that people said had actually come to Rome in some sort of a human form or visible form. And that he was symbolic of saying goodbye to winter, saying goodbye to darkness, saying goodbye to the past, saying goodbye to regrets, saying goodbye to, anything that you didn't want to carry over with you into the new year. I really apologize, by the way, I've got some sort of throat thing going on, so bear with me. And then, there are sites all over the world that really do highlight the importance, not just of light, but of the sun and all the metaphor that comes with that: abundance, fertility, joy, peace, all the things we associate with light. And so there are structures that I was mentioning all around the world that are megalithic, and one of them is Newgrange in Ireland, which is an incredible place. And if you haven't been to Ireland, you simply must go. It is the most incredible country energetically. And so Newgrange is in Ireland, and that's approximately 5,000 years older than the pyramids and other highly significant sites around the world. Ireland has been really amazing at preserving ancient landmarks and really making sure that they're protected and that people have the opportunity to go there and see them. So you can actually go to Newgrange or Stonehenge in England or Seahenge in Scotland. So there are these places that are comprised of these massive amounts of rock. Nobody can quite figure out how they were moved there, right? Which is also very interesting. And they're formed in such a way as to direct sunlight through a tiny, tiny hole into the center of whatever this structure may be, Stonehenge or whatever it is, sometimes even underground structures. And then that light was meant for some specific purpose that we still don't understand, but it had to do with worshiping the rhythms of nature and the spirits of nature and really honoring them and thanking them for what they had brought the year before and asking them for more of the same for the year ahead, usually agriculture, but also good luck. So what's interesting about solstice also is that the way that people celebrated solstice, the sort of shapes and appearances they would give it, the drawings that they would create, the ways that they felt it was appropriate to celebrate solstice, have been exemplified in really interesting ways, and also show an interconnectedness with other things such as meridian lines. For example, I was talking earlier about a tiny little hole being in the rock, and the sun, was designed this way at Stonehenge or Newgrange, specifically Newgrange actually. The light comes through and hits the center of this sort of cave-like structure. But it connects to how people saw the planets, the movement of the planets, the stars, right? So this branches into astrology, cosmology, astronomy, planetary movements, and these sort of greater explorations of what they would call at that time the magic of Earth, but the natural sort of forces that exist within Earth and around it, and how all those things are interconnected. So solstice is part of the root of people really starting to understand or have a greater understanding of our planet and the universe as a whole, and how all these things sort of operate together energetically. So the Yule log, I just want to talk about again for a minute, because it really is highly significant. And in our lives, it would be a candle, essentially, right? It's just about bringing something into your home that you can light. And it's about creating the light. And of course, we can think of a million ways of creating light, whether it be having a ceremonial fire, being a light in someone's life, making sure you're bringing light to your own life. I mean, there's so many different significant ways that we can think of it. So the Yule log is really about, or the candle is really about creating light, new life, protection, and welcoming good fortune, and also wishing it on others, right? This is a very celebratory, festive tradition. And it's really about collective, right? Being together, being a community, and celebrating the communal good. So here we are as a community tonight doing that. And it also used to be a lot more about symbiosis with nature, but once the Christians came in and adopted paganism in many ways, including using the pagan idea of solstice as part of Christmas, then it started to change in meaning, of course, naturally. And so it wasn't quite as symbiotic with nature, or more symbiotic with concepts of God. And of course, they are essentially one and the same thing, really. It's universal cosmos, depending on your belief system, of course. I shouldn't say that as if it's a fact. But then also there's a wonderful expression that I read that I want to share with everyone here. As the outside world is at its darkest and the nights are at their longest, that's what the solstice is, of course, but again, there's many metaphors in that. As the outside world is at its darkness and darkest, and the nights are at their longest, Yule gives space for our inner realms to expand and come forth. It is a time to bring in new visions and ideas, make resolutions for the year ahead, and dream bold dreams. And then there's an author who writes a lot about paganism. His name is T. Thorne Coyle, if anybody is curious, Coyle being C-O-Y-L-E. And he's written that for many contemporary people people in modern times who still celebrate solstice, it's a chance to still ourselves inside. This is a quote from him. It's a chance to still ourselves inside, to behold the glory of the cosmos, and to take a breath with the sacred. So I thought that was really beautiful, and I wanted to share that with everyone. And then there's some examples of how you can celebrate, but largely the way we celebrate solstice is with light, and also with natural scents and natural materials, usually evergreen. So they would talk a lot about, people back then would talk a lot about the significance of evergreen as being rebirth, new life, regeneration, resilience, things like that, that had to do with growth, strength, resilience, and continuity, right? So you can make a wreath out of evergreens like yew, holly, pine, mistletoe, or ivy. You can light candles, of course. And there was a belief that each of these trees, each of these types of evergreens had different powers. So for example, the yew tree is about eternity and reincarnation. Holly and ivy ward off negative energy. Pine has healing magic, and mistletoe brings fertility and abundance. And then when you light a candle, of course, this is quite a common symbolic ritual for a lot of us, whether we do it seasonally or if we just do it in our own private, spiritual practice or communal spiritual practice. Candles are very commonly used. But in the past, they had really specific significance, and different kinds of candles were used in different ways. So during Yule, you would light a Yule log and candles as well to release the past and banish the old or negative energy that you don't wish to follow you into the new year. Light a candle, speak your resolutions or wishes out loud, sit with the candle and let it burn all the way down. That's something that we don't usually do. We usually blow our candles out. But if you use a little tea light or something like that and make a wish for the year ahead, let it burn all the way down. That's supposed to be very significant. And as it's burning down at the very end, you can visualize your wishes and your ambitions coming true and coming into fruition. So it's really about releasing the old, getting ready for the new, and also a clearing out, a clearing out of energy, a clearing out of physical space. It's a good time to do purification. If you are somebody who likes to fast, this is a good time to fast. It's a good time to do a cleanse. It's a good time to purge your home. It's a good time to do any form of cleansing, including smudging your home. And smudging with evergreens at this time of year is supposed to be particularly potent. So I recently ordered my my cedar bunch, and that's what I'm going to be using tomorrow night during the actual solstice. So it's just also just a beautiful experience. So beautiful is definitely the word of the evening, in case anybody can't tell. But it is a beautiful experience to have those natural scents that are so fragrant and pungent in a really pleasant way to be inside your home. So that's something I can suggest that you do, and just really think about all forms of cleansing, all form of letting go, all forms of including forgiveness, right? Forgiveness of self is really the most important one. So it's really about release, letting go, clearing out, purging, saying goodbye, right? All of those ways of letting the darkness of this day, being the shortest day of the year, letting that darkness carry these things away from us, and then welcoming in the light with our Yule log and all the significance that light brings. And first and foremost, showing gratitude to Mother Nature, who without her, we would not have any of these things to use to celebrate. We would not be sitting in homes that are made out of the materials they're made out of. We would not be eating the food that we are eating. We would not be wearing the clothes that we are wearing. We would not have anything that we have. Every single thing that we have, literally everything, comes from Mother Nature. So we have to remember to give thanks to her. And on that note, again, thank you for patience with my voice. I have this throat thing going on. But I just invite everyone to think about that, to really take that seriously and to do some serious letting go, even if you're just lying on the floor tonight, later on after this ceremony is over, in silence, in the dark, with one candle burning for 5 minutes, and just lie there on the floor and just breathe and be with yourself and let go of the energy that you may be holding in your body and your mind and your heart, and say a little prayer to help yourself not carry those things over into the new year. I think that's something that even if you take 5 minutes to do that, it can hold a great deal of power. So on that note, thank you everyone for listening. And Glenda, I'm going to turn it back to you, my dear.
Thank you, Shanae. Now, isn't it wonderful that you explained all this? And yet, Christianity, the 12 days of Christmas, people celebrate it and they don't even realize what they're celebrating. They don't realize that the true meaning of all this time is just togetherness, to get joy, to be together, to enjoy each other's companies, not the gift. Yes, okay, the gift that a lot of people say, oh, but I want the gift. Okay, but it's all about the gift of energy, of sharing your energy with others and receiving their energy. It's just a beautiful meaning from day one. And no matter how we celebrate it or what our traditions are, we're basically the same. This is why I wanted to do this today, because no matter how we practice, we really come to the same conclusion. Love, love, and love. With that, Sheila.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. It is an honor to be here, ladies. You've done a wonderful job, and I'm so grateful to walk into, that calmness And now we have all of that knowledge, so we can begin to integrate it as I perform this ceremony. And it is a ceremony, it's a ritual that actually I just did last night with another group of individuals. And it's a beautiful ceremony. It's a way to honor bringing in this new energy and releasing that old, which Mariana has already started us on. So that was awesome. My job is half finished. Yes. So what I'd like to do is I will start by opening up with a prayer, because most of you know I'm a walk-in, and when I became a walk-in, within 6 months, I was very, very blessed to find my spiritual teacher who was of Hopi lineage. And when I first started, some of her first women's circles were very, very shamanic in nature. And it was shamanism that really helped to anchor my core beliefs. And I could travel to the upper world, to the lower world. I could work with my spirit guides. I could understand now what was happening around me by putting it into the context of the teachings that I was receiving. And so what I'd like to do tonight is to share some of those teachings with you. And so I'm just going to open up briefly with a little prayer. You can have your eyes open, closed, whatever feels right to you, but very briefly, just a moment. Grandfather, grandmother, great spirit, source of all things, we call on you tonight to come and to be with us. We give gratitude for another year on this wheel of life. We are thankful and call in many, many blessings that we want to send out tonight. We want to use all of the sacred herbs, all of the elementals, all of the elemental beings. We want to use the elements of this earth to bring blessing and to bless. And so with that, we give our thanks. Aho. And so what I want to do is to start to send out the blessings of the altar that has been created. And the first thing that I will do is start in the east with the sacred herb tobacco. And we call ceremony and blessings into our life. We send out the gift of ceremony to each and every person here. And may it become part of who you are in this earth walk. In the south, we call to the sacred herb sage. We give our gratitudes and blessing for the cleansing, the ionic properties that can help to bring balance in our etheric bodies just through burning sage. And we thank you. We call on the sacred herb in the west of the cedar with its purification and ritual properties. Cedar has been burned throughout history in churches to help keep illness down. And with these properties of cleansing, I ask that this sacred herb cleanse each and every person, provide healing of anything that needs to be healed in your life. We move to the north and we call on the blessings of the sweetgrass. We ask that it would bring sweetness, community, and love into your life. This is the time of celebration, and we ask that you all receive the love of this time. We call to the spirit keeper of the east, the mighty eagle who flaps his wings and who reaches up high to the heavens, the closest to Great Spirit. He brings into us this vision, this newness, this clarity, this introspection of self and soul. And we ask now to send all of that energy and all of that blessings out to everyone within the sound of my voice. We move into the south to the place of Coyote with all of his laughter and playfulness, even a little Hyoka energy sometimes. And we also call to the spirit of Mouse to keep us with that close vision, to let us really see those things that we need to see about ourselves, so that as we begin to move into the time of the West, that those things become apparent. We move to the West into the time of the Great Bear, the time of introspection and experience, the time that we go within, that we begin to look at ourselves, we begin to look at our lives, we begin to let go of those things that no longer serve us. And we allow those things to be released and let go. And so we send the energy of Bear out to everyone. We now call on the energy of the great white buffalo, although this one is brown in nature. But we call on the attributes with all of the wisdom and all of the teachings, and really within this time of ease and grace, we send out all of these attributes to everyone, because as we begin to move into this new season, we want to do so in a very gentle and loving way. We also move back to the time of the East and to the element of air. And we send all of these blessings of higher understandings out to everyone, which opens up and cleanses and clears all of the chakras. It helps us to understand those things that we are being told from spirit and allows us to anchor them deep within. We now work with the element of water and the energy of the south. We ask that it open and cleanses everyone as I do this little ritual, that it releases anything, any stuck energy of the third eye, that it only allows my ears to hear the true voice of spirit, and that my mouth would only speak the truth. It cleanses our throat so that as we speak those words that would bring healing and connection. And with our heart spaces, we clear and cleanse any hurts away, anything that may be stuck in this area. We want to cleanse and release that now. In the solar plexus area, the place of our will, we release and let go anything that's stuck, that holds us back. We send out a blessing to everyone, to your arms, that you would only know nurturing and love, and that you would hold those that you claim most dear to you. And we cleanse our hands, that we would only do the highest work of the highest good. We cleanse and bless our legs so that we may always walk firmly on the path. And we cleanse our feet so that everywhere we trod, we may leave love and light. And we move then again to the place of the West, the place of introspection that allows us to go within. And we ask that the fire of the West would burn away anything that we have stuck in our minds, our hearts, our energies, within our workplace. If we're struggling, we ask that these fires of purification come out and bless everyone and release everything, and that it would ignite our heart space so that we can open up to receive the love of the universe. We move to the element of the West, earth. And I like to use the dirt because as we hold this dirt, we can feel ourselves grounding into it. And so we ask Mother Earth to bless everyone, that you would nurture everyone that walks upon your great shoulders. We would ask that you would heal, provide love and nurturing, and that you would provide guidance and meet their needs in any way that is needed. We bless and call all of these elements and send them out to everyone within the sound of my voice. And now if you would close your eyes, just take a deep, deep breath in and hold it and release. And with your next breath, feel the energy of this ceremony coming in and nurturing every cell of your body. With a big breath in. And as you release your breath, release any stuck energy. And now with this next breath, again, you're going to breathe in the energy of ceremony, but you're truly going to push all of the old stale air out of your lungs. So big breath in and out. And as you breathe this new breath in, we move in to the time of the solstice. We move into this longest night for just one moment. Because within this light, within that second, we move into another place of balance where day and night can begin to work to become equal in the new beginnings of the East. So big breaths in and out. And just as we called the energies in, we now release them in a reverse order, starting in the place of the north. We thank you for bringing all of your gifts of spirit, of the mind, of cleansing, and we release you and let you go. And now we call to the spirits of the West, the place of introspection. And we are so grateful that you've brought your gifts to us today. And we now release this time, not just from this ceremony, but from our lives as we move into this time of newness. We release you and let you go. And we call to the elements and to the beings and to the spirit keepers of the South. And we are grateful that you have blessed us with your healing, with all of your cleansing powers. And we ask that you would continue to work in our lives. But for now, we release you and let you go. And to the energy, to the place of new beginnings, to the place that we see that light at the end of the tunnel. We thank you for all of the gifts that you brought into us, for the gifts of ceremony, for the gifts of knowledge of the highest sorts. And we now release you and let you go. Oh. So thank you.
Thank you.
And happy solstice.
That was beautiful, Sheila. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Feel that energy. Oof. Thank you. just want to say for a moment before Mariana takes over for a little bit, let's just take a moment, to consider all that we have given and received just in this beautiful ceremony, in this beautiful event. All this energy that we have all shared, all the love, understanding, the celebrations, the knowledge. We're basically all doing the exact same thing, just a little different. We're all honoring the the highest of all spirit. We're honoring all of the directions. We're honoring Earth. We're honoring the universe. We're honoring each other and the energies that we produce and help to share with others. Wonderful, wonderful, magnificent, beautiful. Thank you. Mariana.
Thank you, ladies, so much. What a beautiful energy. And to all my shamanic brothers and sisters, aho, 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 and shingo, and ashe. And to add to that, I want to just grace us and gift from my heart to yours a prayer for all of us here on this platform, to all of us watching virtually, and to anyone that will see us now and for as many more years to come, and to everyone on this planet, a prayer of healing and grace on this beautiful night. Dear Mother God, dear Father God, Mother Divine Sophia, archangels, angels, Elohim, the highest order, Seraphim, Oraphim, galactic brothers and sisters from Arcturus and Pleiades and Orion and Lyra and Andromeda and Cassiopeia and Tatiana and everywhere else in every multiverse, omniverse, in every universe. We ask tonight that love and light fill each heart, each soul, each fiber of every being on all living creatures, mycelia, animal and plant kingdom, on Mother Gaia, Pachamama. We ask for our beautiful Mother Earth to be graced in the utmost of healing tonight with love and light from all that is and from the eternal, that Mother Gaia suffers no more and is allotted so much healing, that every being on this planet is graced with healing in every fiber of their being, whether it is physical, whether it is emotional, mental, and spiritual, in every capacity, that their heart, that their mind, and that their entire being be filled with love, light, grace, and most importantly, stillness of the solstice and peace of the eternal and the highest order. We ask tonight that each soul present on this earth, whether human, whether mycelia, whether plant or kingdom, anything in nature, anything that is alive, that is filled with peace, any person that is going through things, that can sleep well tonight. Any person going through pain can be pain-free tonight, stress-free tonight. That anything that they're going through, whether it's illness, disease, or anything else, that their heart is filled with joy, harmony, eternal peace, and total stillness, that they could smile and give a smile to others around them. For those that are alone, isolated, that they can be filled with so much love, care, and support that they never feel alone. And for those that are hurting, that their heart be completely and fully open in the light of the grace of all eternal, all that is, that they feel love and the support of the Most High. We ask for all of our animals to be filled with joy and harmony and peace. We ask for all of our plants to be filled with joy, harmony, peace, and stillness. We ask for the inner waters of our earth, our inner plains, inner volcanoes, all the inner fires, all the crystal waters and the crystal beds of our earth be filled with light and love from Mother Gaia. And simply we ask is final, that Mother Earth be filled with peace and with so much love. And we serve as the immortal and eternal bridge to providing that beautiful love on this planet. And we fill Mother Gaia and Pachamama with so much light, day in and day out, with every breath that we take. May we all receive grace tonight, and may we all sleep well and feel the healing of love and light, because love is the highest and most important vibration on this planet. And love heals all wounds and everything within us. May we all feel the beautiful love, peace, and stillness of Mother Earth and all that is eternal, Mother, Father, Divine, Divine Sophia, and all of our angels, and all of our galactic brothers and sisters, and we all have peace tonight. Namaste. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mariana. That was beautiful. I like to say, just to point out, there's no shame in accepting help, and there should be no feeling of superiority if you're providing it. You know, we give what we can when we can to those that are in need. And we do so, or it is our intent to do so without expectation of reward, without celebration, but simply because it needs to get done. And this is one of the reasons the four of us got together and are doing this. We saw the need, we felt the need, and we wanted to share love and peace and tranquility and blessings with everyone. This is why we created this gift for you, for all of your family, your friends, for everyone, every living thing on this earth, on this planet, on this universe, wherever it needs to go. We thank you all for being here. I will now close the circle, and then we would open for the four ladies if they have anything else to say. But I want to formally close it up first, so the divine knows we're sending this blessing and this joy as a sacrifice, as a donation to them, for thanking them, being grateful for their love, their blessings, and all that we have and have not. I'd like to thank the masculine divine, or the divine masculine, for all the blessings. I'd like to thank the feminine divine, the divine feminine, whichever way you want to say it, for all her blessings. I'd like to thank the East for all the blessings. I'd like to thank the South for all the blessings. I'd like to thank the West for all the blessings. And I'd like to thank the North for all the blessings, all the protection, and for keeping our spaces sacred, safe, and full of love. Blessed be. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for sharing your energies. Sheila, Shanae, Mariana, thank you for agreeing to do this with me. It's beautiful ceremony, beautiful sharing of energy and time. And it's a wonderful way to show people how, no matter where we come from or what our traditions are, we could all be in oneness. We could all share the same, and we are the same. There are really no differences between any of us because we're all made of love and we go back to love. And hoping that in between, we are sharing and receiving love. Thank you, ladies. Blessed be. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You're more than welcome to stay.
Bye-bye. Virtual hugs, everyone. Virtual hugs, virtual hugs. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Love to everyone.
Mel?
Thank you.
Sheila.
Thank you so much, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Think positive thoughts.
Yes.
And I just want to leave you with one quote that I love a lot as we go through this transition from one phase to another. It's one of my favorite Rumi quotes for anybody who likes Rumi. And the quote is, "What you want wants you."
Beautiful.
And I love that. What you want wants you. So whatever you want, it wants you as well. And I love that quotation because the universe really does want to support us. And all we have to do is ask, right? And be there to receive it. So I wish that for everyone, including myself. And may we all let go of things that we wish to let go of and move forward into a new, refreshing space in 2022. Thanks, everyone, again for being here. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Thank
night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Aho, everyone. So much love to you all. Really. Good night.
Bye.
Blessed
Good
be.
night. Many blessings.
Blessings.
Blessings to you, Mary.
Love you, sister.
Bye.
Love you. Mwah.
you.
So much love.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenda.
Thank you. Love you.
Can I just add to that?
Thank you,
There's
Glenda.
no-
Yes,
You
thank
know-
you for getting us together.
You know what, ladies? There's no better place I would rather be to spend the solstice together with you.
Same here.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you.
Love you
What a
all.
gift.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila. Aho.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Oh.